Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back. Did that just change colors on me? I don't know. Anyways, welcome back to Mukbang. Let's eat. Eat with JD. Eat with me, please. Come on, welcome back. What are we going to eat today? We got Burger King. We got breakfast this time now. Burger King breakfast. It's going to be yum, yum, yum. I got a little burrito. I'm not even sure what's up with this burrito. And that's going to be delicious. Oh. Alright. I don't know, people hated these, It's good burrito. It's got, like just some sausage, egg, a little hash brown. So that's the burrito. That's yummy. I haven't had Burger King breakfast in so long, and it is in the morning. It's about, let's see, what time is it now? It's 7:30. I don't know. Okay, I was tripping. I'm sorry. See, I don't like how I don't like the glare off my glasses. And then I didn't have my glasses on, and I have the viewfinder on my camera so I can see what's going on, and it looks foggy. Imagine that. 'Cause I don't have my glasses on. It looks foggy. I have lots of water. It seemed to trigger someone in the comments last week about how I drink my water. That's one glass. I'm gonna have two more while I'm doing this little Burger King. Let's eat. Little Burger King Mukbang. Woo, 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 woo. Let's go. I don't think anybody's in the offices next to me or anything. I switched chairs up this time. We got a little different setup, so no squeaking. Hopefully this is the best mukbang yet. Let me show you what I got. And then we're gonna go on with our story time today, which is gonna be my college experience, possibly coupled with like how I overcame obstacles, I guess, or how I overcame drug addictions, I overcome like being homeless, but everything, pretty much everything negative, like any arrests or anything negative in my life has probably been brought on by my drug addictions. So it's like, how did I overcome those is like, how did I overcome everything else? But I guess, how did I be 31 and walk into the community college, and then at 37 I'd be a licensed CPA in the state, and that's just what someone wanted to hear. But anyways, let's go. I took a bite of this. Now they had a deal, 2 for $4. 2 for $4 for these croissandwiches. One was, she's like, what kind of croissandwiches do you want? And I'm like, I don't even know. Oh, this is sausage. Just looks so good. It's got some sausage, cheese, egg, croissant. I just gotta have a bite of this, guys. I'm sorry. Oh. That's delicious. So that's the sausage. And then I had another croissant, which was 2 for $4. So it's $2 for a croissant sandwich. Pretty good deal. This one, oh, they gave me 2 sausage. That's fine. I thought I got a bacon, but I don't really like the bacon. I just want to get something different. So I got two. So I have to show you this one. It looks the same as this one. Mmm. Mmm. You want a bite? Here. Mmm. I should give you first bite maybe. You know what? A bite after me. Mmm. So, Burger King breakfast. I lived in Oregon. I lived in Oregon from about when I was about 19 years old to about 26 years old. So it's 7-8 years I lived in Oregon. And for a time of that, I lived in the coast of Oregon, but I also lived in Eugene, Oregon. It's funny because I feel like since I'm in Florida, that people are thinking, oh, they're not gonna know like where Eugene or whatever is. I forget that people from the whole world are watching the video, so yeah. Anywho, I used to have a job delivering sheetrock, and we used to go to Burger King like every morning. The guy that I worked with, the veteran guy, I was probably about 22 years old, and I was a job delivering sheetrock for different places. And the guy who worked there for a while loved Burger King, and he would get like a double or triple Whopper for breakfast. And I'm like, oh, they don't sell lunch items. They sell breakfast now. And he's like, oh, well, you can ask him special to make it. I mean, he knew all the tricks, right? What am I gonna have? I'm gonna have another bite of this. So we used to go there all the time, and so good. Oh my god, it's so good. We used to go all the time. I used to get, these were 99 cents. 99 cents. And they had, or for a while, I think it was it $2.49? Oh man, yeah, I think it was $2.49. You get a croissandwich, those tater tots, little circle tater tots, and then you get a drink. So I used to get the little orange juice things, but those things are expensive. Little Tropicana things, those are probably like $1.50 on their own, or $1. So I used to get that every morning, all the time. Well, that's my Burger King breakfast story, but let's get into my college experience and community college. And I want to get this out now that, you know, I love community college. So if I don't get back to that by the end of the video, that I loved that I went to community college. I went to 2 different community colleges, and I loved both of them. So, I graduated high school in 1995. I did grow up in Fort Lauderdale, and I went to some elementary school, middle school, like 95% or 3.5 years of high school in Fort Lauderdale High School. But then I went to Maine the second half of my senior year in high school. I don't know why that really matters for college, but oh well. So in 1995, I graduated from George Stevens Academy in Blue Hill, Maine. And you know, it was a good time in my life. I had a good second. I went from Christmas, after Christmas to the end of the year, and I lived there that summer, and it was a good summer. Oh no, it was a really good summer. Anyways, then I went to right after that, the next year, so 95, 96, I went to Florida State University in Tallahassee. And I lived in the dorms. I lived in the Broward dorms. That was funny because that's where I grew up in Florida, in Broward County. So I lived in the Broward dorms. Didn't have any AC. So look, I've been fighting no AC forever. So I was in the dorm that first year at Florida State. And I tell you what, the first semester I did pretty good. I think I got a 2.7. I was, took chemistry and a couple other classes. I didn't know what I wanted to be. So I was trying to get like a pre-med. I thought maybe I'd want to be a pharmacist, like that's what my dad was and my uncle is. But I don't know why. I mean, I didn't really have any direction, but I did okay that first semester. Then the second half of the year, I was young and I broke up with my girlfriend that I met in Maine, and so it just was like, oh, and I didn't feel like going to class. I kind of stopped going to classes, and then I think I failed a couple classes, passed a couple classes, and I thought, oh, you know what? I don't like living in the dorm, blah, 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 and, da-da-da. So, I mean, this Burger King's really good. So anyways, the second year, I shared a house with three other guys, and I thought, well, maybe but I didn't really have a direction in school or anything. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I can tell you, so 2 semesters, so in August, I guess I was 19, my second year out of high school at FSU, I kind of went again a little bit. I mean, I think I failed mostly everything, and I mean, I was taking like biology and stuff and calculus and stuff that I just really don't understand, or I know money, and so it wasn't in my wheelhouse at all. But I really didn't put any effort into that, and I think spring of I guess it would have been my sophomore year of college, I finally just withdrew, and I was doing other things, let's just say. Running them streets. It's a fairly common, whether it be like school, whether it be school or a job, or I would leave school or job because I'd be running them streets, and I just love the excitement of it. And if there was like a neighborhood gang, I would have joined it. Like, oh god, I just so yeah. Anyways, so I dropped out. So that was 19 and 20. Yeah, we's back. We got a little bit more food. We're about halfway through. I'm having a good time. So that was basically, I was let's see. I went to FSU right out of college. I was enrolled there for 3 semesters. Actually tried for 1 semester, got like a 2.7. Didn't think it was for me. Wanted to run them streets. Ended up running the streets. I feel like running them streets here anymore. I'm gonna move to Oregon because I want to do some different stuff in Oregon. Went out to Oregon. Pretty much just running aimlessly a little bit. And I ended up, getting a job, doing sheetrock, which I started going to Burger King. I met a girl, had another girlfriend, started living, she had a really nice house, half acre. Oh, she had a kid, I was like stepdaddy, oh, everything was good. She was a little bit older than me, so she was going back to college. I was like, by this time, I was about 25, I believe. Mid-20s. So I had not been in school for, you know, 5 years or whatever. And she was going back, and I thought I'd go back. And this was the first time that her mom actually... Now, this girl here was the only really girl who ever believed in me. Like, all my other girlfriends would really, they'd be kind of shitty with me. So, always not believing in me. But I went in Oregon. She believed in me, and her mom said, "Have you ever thought about being a CPA? Because you're smart, you're good with numbers, and you should think about being a CPA." And I was thinking, oh, that's cool. So I was like, all right, well, FSU was I guess a 4-year university, you know, more expensive and stuff. So when I went back at 25, when I was living in Oregon, I went to Lane County Community College. It was my first experience with community college, and I loved it. It was a little smaller. It was, you know, no huge classes. It was cheaper. I was getting Pell Grants, and it was covering the cost of everything, and I was working. Anyways, they had 3 semesters. Did they have 3? Yeah, they had 3 trimesters that were like 12 weeks. I don't know, they had 3 instead of 2. They had 3 semesters and a summer. Whereas in Florida here, the places I've gone in Florida have 2 semesters and a summer. So, anyways, I went to, I was just gonna get my general studies, and I was working on getting my AA, and I went for, I think I started, not in the beginning of the year, but I went to 2 or 3 semesters, and I got, mostly straight A's. Mostly straight A's. This Burger King slamming. Then I thought, I'm gonna take the summer off. And I think that kind of hurt me. Anyways, I had been smoking meth for a little bit. The girlfriend that I had didn't like it, which no one really would like. So I pretty much put things on ice, and I moved out of her house. So I wasn't going to school that summer. So I was pretty much just working and smoking meth, and then the meth just took over. So that was 25, and then just the meth and everything was horrible. I got back to Florida. Worked some, you know, general labor jobs in Florida. You know, some from a temp service. So that's how I got that job in Oregon, temp service. You know, a temp service, a family friend was working around, you know. I left those jobs each time to run them streets, and then I just got tired of running them streets, so I get another job. We're gonna do this croissandwich, boy. So then, at 31, when I was 31, I think 2008, in August, early August, I went into the registration at Broward Community College and said, I want to do this, I want to be a CPA, you know, and I didn't know if I could do it, because this was, this was 6 years after I had done community college for a couple semesters, and I really thought I had damaged my brain for the next 5 years, partying and whatnot, running them streets. And the streets don't give nothing back to you. But, so I went to the community college and by that time, I had, you know, some credits from FSU. I had some credits from Lane Community College in Oregon. So I was trying to get my, I guess, associates, my 2 years associate's degree, so I could hopefully transfer to a 4-year university as a junior. And so I had to go to, I went to Broward College, the community college, for 1 year, 3 semesters. It was, because I went there in August, it was of '08, it was the new school year in August. And then the summer term, I mean, I guess that's the fall term, and then I went to the spring term, and then the summer. So a whole year, 3 semesters, a whole year in Broward College. Took all the classes that I needed in that year. I think some semesters were 5 classes. I don't remember. It was hard, but fairly easy. It was cheap because of the community college. Then I transferred over to FAU, Florida Atlantic University, and I went there for, I think it took me 3 years there, because I had to get 150 credits, and I would drop some classes, and so I guess that may be standard, but I don't know. So that was my college career, and I loved it was a big step for me going from the Broward Community College to the FAU, because the workload just did get a lot harder. But I think, now I'm going to talk about, well, I like community college. I mean, I can remember when I was in high school, and then you'd see the kids that go to community college and be like, oh, those losers, you know. But it's a lot cheaper, and you know, I would say there is something to be said for that college experience. But if you're just going aimlessly, and then I also want to say, you know, I don't even know if you necessarily need college these days. I mean, what kind of degree are you going to get? What are you trying to, what kind of job are you going to get? Like, you're paying all this money out. What are you getting back in from it? Well, I liked community college because it was cheaper, just smaller classes. And that was the last bite of croissandwich. But yeah, I guess so. I started college in 1995, August of 95, and I graduated from Florida Atlantic University in August of 2012. So that spans 17 years, 3 decades, and I guess I just kept on going. Even really when I like 2003, so it's kind of in the middle of when I started and finished, 2003, 2004, when I was doing a bunch of meth. Like, that was hard to come back from. I guess it's just perseverance that has kept me going. And I try to think of, like, you know, what motivated me, what inspired me to keep going, and I don't really know, and there's not really one certain triggering point. It just seemed like a series of things. Like, it's just like, you know, I think maybe the hardest thing was like being 31 and saying, oh, I'm gonna go back to college, I'm gonna do it this time, and actually walking in there. And you know, that was scary, but just because I did that, that didn't change everything about it. Like, I had to put in a lot of work for 4 or 5 or 6 years to change my life. And I mean, look at me now. I'm still like so far, you know, behind other people, I feel like sometimes. And but yeah, this was kind of, I guess I want to talk about more on these mukbangs. Well, that's what someone suggested. They're kind of watching my mukbangs for they like my story, how it motivates them and inspires them, and that's fun. I guess it's a decent story. I'm just trying to tell it, and I definitely, you know, I want to stay humble in everything I do. I think that's big. And another factor is I'm learning to like myself. I don't really like myself that much, so I'm learning to try to like myself, because it's hard to, you know, brag. And I feel like I'm bragging, you know, oh, I went to this college and then I did it in 4 years, and oh, and you can be, you know, I don't know. But anyways, I love doing these mukbangs. Hopefully I can get better at them every time. They're just a lot of fun. I think, you know, you can learn more about me. The YouTube channel's been doing really good. I'm working on a schedule. This is gonna come out, and then the next accounting videos you see is gonna be, after this is gonna be Accounting for Beginners 73. And that's gonna be a special AFB, so stay tuned for that. The YouTube channel's just kind of taken off a little bit for me. You know, I don't have viral success or anything, but the Accounting for Beginners #1 is getting like 2,200 views a day, and it trickles down to all, you know, my other videos. And I think I had over 7,000 total channel views the other day. I'm averaging like 170 or 180,000 views every month on my channel, CPA Strength. So I'm just having a lot of fun with that, even though I have the negative thoughts that creep in my head, What am I gonna say about this? This is the last bite of the Burger King breakfast. I decided to switch it up with the breakfast. It was delicious. Hopefully you like this mukbang. Hopefully you like eating with me. Hopefully I'm getting better and better. That's highly debatable. You know, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I don't know if you watched the Fort Lauderdale vlogs, my accounting vlogs, or whatever, or any of my tutorials, but until I see you again, I hope I do see you again. I'm out. Stay consistent, never give up. All right.